Wait, how do you still have sunflowers in October?
Hi, welcome back to Almost 2 Acres. I'm Carol, and that's the question people are going to ask you when they see your garden next fall.
Today we're talking about late blooming sunflowers, one of gardening's best ideas that can transform your autumn landscape when most other gardens are winding down for the season. I know what you're thinking. Sunflowers? Aren't those a summer thing? Well, today I'm going to show you how to have a gorgeous sunflower bed blooming well into fall. Today we're talking about late blooming sunflowers, one of gardening's best ideas that can transform your autumn landscape when most other gardens are close to done for the season. I'm sharing my top 10 late blooming varieties plus a foolproof planting calendar that takes all the guesswork out of timing. Your fall garden is about to become something really special. So, first things first, why would you even want sunflowers in the fall? I mean, besides the obvious fact that they're absolutely gorgeous. Well, think about it. Come September and October, most gardens are starting to look a little tired. The summer annuals are fading, the perennials are going dormant, and everything's got that I'm ready for winter vibe. But sunflowers? These beauties can be your garden's grand finale. They're like the fireworks at the end of a great concert. They make everything else you've done all season look even better. Let's talk about making these fall beauties happy. First up, location, location, location. Your sunflowers need their vitamin D just like you do after a long winter. We're talking 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight daily. Think of sunflowers as solar panels with personality. And here's a tip that'll save you some heartbreak. Plant them somewhere sheltered. Trust me, there's nothing sadder than watching your 6 foot tall sunflower do the limbo in a 79-mile-an-hour windstorm. A spot along your fence or near a building works great. Don't they look striking against that barn? About drainage. These guys do not like wet feet. If your soil holds water like a sponge, you're going to have some very unhappy sunflowers. Nobody likes soggy socks, and sunflowers are no exception. Speaking of soil, let's talk about feeding these hungry giants. Sunflowers are what I like to call garden gluttons. They eat a lot. Before you plant, you want to dig down about 2 feet. Yeah, I know, it's a workout, but trust me on this one. Work in some good organic matter or composted manure to feed the hungry troops through the late summer. They've got long tap roots that are basically underground straws, sucking up all the good stuff you give them. Aim for a soil pH between 6.0 and 7.5. Basically, not too acidic, not too alkaline, just right, just like Goldilocks. Now here comes the most important thing, timing. This is where most people get it wrong. They plant their sunflowers in spring and wonder why they don't have fall blooms. Most sunflowers take 60 to 90 days from seed to bloom. So if you want September or October flowers, you need to count backward from your first frost date. Timing is everything. For example, if your first frost hits in late October and your variety takes 75 days to mature, you'd plant around mid-July to early August. I know it feels weird planting these flower seeds in the middle of the summer, but trust the process. When it comes to actually getting the seeds in the ground, sunflowers are kind of like teenagers. They don't like being moved around. That's why it's often better to direct sow them right where we want them to grow. Plant your seeds about 1 to 1.5 inches deep. For spacing, smaller varieties can be about 6 inches apart. Think personal space in an elevator.
Give your giants like mine 24 inches. They kind of need their own personal space.
And here's a little secret. Plant more than you need and thin them later. It's like casting a wide net. You want to make sure you get the strongest plants. And you do have to thin them, even though it is so hard to do so. Let's talk about keeping these babies happy once they're in the ground. When they're little seedlings, they need regular watering. Think of them as garden toddlers who need constant attention. But once they're established, we switch to the tough love approach. Water deeply, but infrequently. This encourages that taproot to really dig deep and become independent. About once a week should do it, assuming Mother Nature isn't cooperating with the rain dance. Now here's where people mess up with fertilizer. More nitrogen is not better. Too much nitrogen gives you these tall, wobbly plants that fall over like dominoes. Use a low nitrogen fertilizer, something like 5-10-10. Think of it as feeding them a balanced diet. Let's talk about the party-crashing pests. Young sunflower seedlings are like an all-you-can-eat buffet for slugs, snails, and birds. You can protect them with some netting until they're tough enough to fend for themselves, or try some natural deterrents like diatomaceous earth. They act like bodyguards for your baby sunflowers, just as fences do to keep out the deer who love sunflowers just as much as we do. All right, this is the part you've been waiting for. My top 10 late blooming sunflower varieties that will have your fall garden looking like a glossy magazine cover. Number 1, Autumn Beauty. This one sets the tone for fall sunflowers. Multiple flowers in gorgeous autumn colors, orange, red, bronze. It's basically fall in flower form, growing 4 to 6 feet tall. Number 2, Moulin Rouge. This one is dramatic. Velvety dark red flowers with black centers. It's like the goth kid of the sunflower family. 4 to 7 feet of pure attitude. Number 3, Ring of Fire. I love this little firecracker that has bronze to yellow flowers with dark centers, and it's a dwarf variety under 3 feet. Perfect if you want sunflowers but don't want to feel like you're living in Jack and the Beanstalk. Number 4, Sunrich Orange. Classic golden yellow with an almost orange center. These are the reliable friends. They show up looking good and consistent every time, about 5 feet tall. Number 5, Velvet Queen. Dark, velvety red flowers that look like they're wearing fancy evening wear. This is your showstopper variety for serious garden drama. Number 6, Icarus. Beautiful 4 to 6 inch flowers with dark centers on 3-foot plants. It's like the Goldilocks of sunflowers. Not too big, not too small. Just right. Number 7, Valentine. Don't let the romantic name fool you. These pale lemon yellow flowers with dark centers are perfect for that soft cottage garden look. About 4 feet of gentle beauty. Number 8, Sunbeam. Single bright yellow with a dark center. These are the friendly dwarfs of the sunflower world at 18 to 24 inches tall. Number 9, Teddy Bear. Okay, this one is just adorable. Shaggy pom-pom-like flowers on 2-foot tall plants. It's like someone crossed a sunflower with a toddler, and honestly, we're all the better for it. Number 10, Soraya. This beauty is an All-American Selections Award winner. It produces multiple golden orange flowers with dark centers on really sturdy stems. If you love cut flowers, this may become your favorite variety. Strong stems and blooms that last and last. Now, let's get practical about when to plant based on where you live, because timing really is everything. Zones 3 to 6, that's you and me, northern gardeners. Late May to mid-July is your window. Choose shorter season varieties, 60 to 70 days, and plant them as early as possible in that range. Your growing season is like a sprint, short but sweet. Zone 7 to 8, the Goldilocks zones, mid-June to mid-August. You've got more flexibility here, so you can experiment with different planting times and varieties. Zones 9 to 10, lucky you, warm climate folks. July to early September. You can basically plant into early fall because Jack Frost takes his sweet time visiting you. Zones 11 to 12, tropical paradise dwellers. You can plant year-round. I'm not jealous at all. Okay, maybe a little jealous. Before we wrap up, I want to share something that makes growing sunflowers even more special: their incredible symbolism. These aren't just beautiful flowers, they're packed with meaning across cultures for centuries. The way sunflowers follow the sun throughout the day has made them powerful symbols of loyalty and devotion. There's actually a beautiful Greek myth about a nymph named Clytie who was transformed into a sunflower so she could forever watch Apollo, the sun god, as he traveled across the sky. Their bright, cheerful faces naturally represent positivity and happiness. Just looking at a sunflower can lift your spirits, which is exactly why having them blooming in your fall garden feels so special when everything else is winding down. For indigenous peoples of the Americas, sunflowers represented harvest and abundance. They cultivated these plants for the nutritious seeds, making them symbols of prosperity and the rewards that come from hard work, kind of like the satisfaction you get from successfully growing them in your garden. And finally, these tall, sturdy plants that can thrive in challenging conditions represent strength and resilience. Now you have a complete guide to having Instagram-worthy sunflowers when everyone else's garden is calling it quits for the season. The secret sauce is all in the timing and variety selection. Remember to smash that like button for the fall sunflowers.
If you like my faith-filled, coffee-drinking hippie vibe, please subscribe and bring your friends along. Until next time, let's get growing.